All right, we are on day 2 of the low-fat vegan weight loss challenge, and I am so curious to hear how day 1 went for you. Was it smooth sailing, easy, no issues, or did you find it challenging to stick with the no oil, salt, and sugar and stay away from the packaged junk food? And just remember that this is all an experimental process. Every day you're just going to tweak things that didn't work the day before and try again and try again and try again until you have a system in place that works for you. So I'm going to be sharing more of my own meals and my own what I eat in a day videos, but I just want you to keep in mind that you don't need to copy what someone else does exactly and assume that if that specific formula of what they do doesn't work for you, that this way of whole food plant-based eating won't work for you at all. You want to customize this way of eating to make it work for your lifestyle versus trying to fit yourself into a specific box. So hopefully that makes sense. It's the way that has enabled me to stick with it for so long, just reminding myself that this is all learning, this is all an experiment, and when something doesn't go to plan, what can I learn from this, and just move forward and just take that new knowledge to help me. And along that theme of learning and growing, I thought I would share with you some of my favorite low-fat vegan YouTube channels that may be of interest to you. A big part of when I first started eating this, something that helped to keep me on track was listening to different YouTubers, different lectures, different podcasts while I was either getting my 10,000 steps a day in or cleaning the house or even just prepping my food, just chopping veggies. I made a point to listen and learn from other people who have been doing this for a long time, and I've just learned so many different tips and tricks along the way, as well as some really yummy recipes as well. So without further ado, I've got my list here. It's only about 6 or 7 of them, and there are tons of inspiring whole food plant-based vegans out there, but these are ones that I highly recommend and that I personally listen to. So number 1, Chef AJ. I've got to mention Chef AJ. She is absolutely fantastic. She has so many interviews with such a wide variety of different people, from doctors to nutritionists to everyday people just sharing their own meals and what they feed their families. And my favorite interviews that she has are with Dr. Doug Lisle and more recently Dr. Peter Rogers, who shares many really interesting medical lectures that I've really been getting into, learning about everything from atherosclerosis to curing diabetes to weight loss, and he really goes into the medical side of it, which is a little bit above my head, and I find myself pausing the videos to research and Google terms that I was unaware of before, but I really feel like I'm learning a lot, and I find his videos fascinating. So I am gonna maybe I'll link one video that I recommend from each of the people that I've mentioned, and they'll be in the description box. So if you want to listen to it while you're getting your exercise in or you're prepping your veggies, then you can do so. All right, next is Dr. Peter Rogers' channel, so the man that I just mentioned. I just really love the information that he shares. Sometimes he puts out like 5 videos a day. He just films them really quick, shares a thought that he has, and then uploads it. It's kind of a no-frills channel in that way, just shares his thoughts and ideas. And then as well as he has some longer form lectures, which are very well planned out and very informative, as I said. Next is Dr. McDougall, of course, his channel. He has I believe it was on his channel that Dr. Anthony Lim has an amazing explanation of calorie density. He has a really good video that I watched years ago that really helped me understand how calorie density works to help you lose weight, and it's fascinating. So I will link that one. Dr. Anthony Lim is the medical director, I believe, of McDougall's company, and that video was life-changing for me, so I'm definitely going to link that one for you to check out. Next, for anyone struggling with food addiction, junk food addiction in particular, binge eating, cramming, and just trying to overcome that whole cycle, I really recommend a YouTube channel called Transform Shadows, and the lady who has that channel is called Dr. Tanya Lyon, and she has Dr. Lyle on her channel a lot, and he's a psychologist that I absolutely love his videos. So I recommend checking that one out for sure. Honestly, she's someone that I would really like to maybe even have an interview with, and maybe I'll post that on my channel. Maybe I should reach out to her and look at doing that at some point, because I find her videos fascinating and I learn so much. And I'm actually going to share some of the tips and things I've learned from her videos in upcoming videos, because I think they could be really helpful, again, with anyone struggling with food addiction, and particularly finding it hard to moderate the salty foods, the sugary foods, the packaged foods. She's given those up completely, and she follows a completely salt, oil, and sugar-free way of eating, and she shares a lot about that. Okay, next is Gustavo Tolosa. That's more the cooking side of things. And he also has a lot of interviews with Dr. John McDougall. That's how I found him. Next, we have Well Your World, also more of a food-based channel. Really highly recommend. And next is an Instagram account, Broccoli Mum. Fantastic recipes, great recipes that she makes for her family, that she shares for her young children, and just an amazing account. I highly recommend it. So many good meal examples. If you want to see a huge array of salt, oil, and sugar-free meals to get inspired, I highly recommend checking out Broccoli Mum. All right, that's it for this video. And again, if you want to share your experience so far, I know it's only been a day and a half, but if you want to share your experience, or maybe share one meal that you really enjoyed that was filling and tasty, you can write that in the comment section and interact with other people who are also doing this 30-day weight loss challenge. All right, I will see you next time.